So guys, Apple just made a ton of money once again, but that's becoming the norm. So let's delve into something else, and that is the future of iPadOS, because a lot of you guys want my opinion on this, and basically, to be frank with you guys, I just want macOS on the iPad. That would be the dream, but obviously that's not happening anytime soon, since Greg Joswiak basically said that they have no plans to merge the iPad and the Mac, which does make a lot of sense because clearly Apple wants more money and they want you to buy both of them instead of just one. And so instead, let's delve into the improvements I want to see with iPadOS 15 and basically turning it into the perfect hybrid between iOS and macOS. Right, so the thing at the top of my list is obviously, without a doubt, bringing over the bloody calculator app to the iPad, because it's been like over a decade now, and we still have no native calculator app on the iPad, which is absolutely absurd. But anyways, apart from that, the next thing on my list is Final Cut. I really want this on the iPad. Right, so my ideology behind a lot of expensive purchases, especially computers, is that it has to make money back for me because I'm investing a lot of money into it, and so somehow I need to get monetary value out of it, and so that's why I can justify buying a spec'd out MacBook, because I can of course edit videos every day and make money through that. And that's pretty much the main issue for me with this iPad Pro. If I'm gonna spend upwards of $1,100, I need to make money back on the investment, and so I need Final Cut on the iPad to help me edit and of course justify buying it and essentially becoming a part of my workflow. Now yes, I know LumaFusion is a thing and has been a thing on the iPad for a long time, and I have heard many great things about it, but here's the thing. When you edit, you kind of get used to the app that you always use, and so learning another program that's completely different to what you use is not really that productive, and of course could be a huge time waster, especially for me who relies on making videos every single day and basically needs to be as efficient as possible. And so basically what I'm trying to say is that Final Cut we have on the Mac should be on the iPad, especially with the M1 and the extra RAM we have on these 2021 models. It's definitely plausible, and so I do hope we do finally get this feature this year. Because guys, the dream setup for me would be to have an iPad, the Magic Keyboard, the Apple Pencil, the whole combo, but of course connect it to an external monitor and edit videos using it via Final Cut and unplug it when I get lazy and want to move to the bed, and so I can continue working on the Final Cut project elsewhere. Actually, even better, maybe you can have an iMac that you can do the rough edit on and then of course carry over that project on the iPad on the go. That would be absolutely amazing, and so I do hope that one day this becomes a reality, because this would be the ideal setup for myself. Anyways, let's move on to the next issue with iPadOS. This one is a pretty popular one, and that is basically the lack of a proper file manager system on the iPad. So this also continues to annoy me with the iPad, but when I occasionally make notes on my iPad Pro using the Apple Pencil, I would constantly find it really difficult to basically locate the notes I just made on the iPad, truly because the Files app just sucked and was completely horrific. Now this again is something Apple can take from macOS, because the Finder system we have on the Mac is incredible. It works as intended, it's perfect, I can locate pretty much every file I have on the Mac. It's wonderful, and so if Apple could just bring that over to the iPad, that would be very welcome. Next on my list is multitasking. So multitasking on the iPad is not really multitasking because there are severe limitations that pretty much hinder the experience. For example, the limit with the iPad in terms of split screening is having two apps side by side with the slide over feature, which by the way, you can only slide over from the right for some reason. Why can't I do that on the left as well? That always confuses me, but either way, I want Windows. Not that Windows, this Windows. Having actual windows like we do on macOS, so having the ability to resize and readjust and place windows and applications anywhere on the screen, that just seems perfect. And so again, just copy and paste that from the Mac and bring it over to the iPad. But you know what makes the whole situation worse? Not every app is compatible with the split screen feature on the iPad. So for example, I still can't use the Amazon app in split screen, which really annoys me because I actually tend to look on Amazon as I watch videos about a certain product. And so this was something I was waiting to be fixed, but for some reason it's still an issue. And it's not just Amazon, there are other applications. It's a really big issue for me. And so that's why multitasking like we see on the Mac would be much appreciated. Honestly, looking back, I'm literally asking Apple to turn iPadOS into macOS. And yeah, I guess that is what I want. As I said at the beginning, of course, don't directly give us macOS on the iPad because that clearly won't happen, but I do think that iOS and iPadOS are way too similar right now, and so incorporating macOS-like features in iPadOS will make it the perfect hybrid, and I do feel like these features I mentioned are much needed with the iPad. And of course, there are a few smaller features I want to see, like low power mode on the iPad, widgets being placed anywhere on the home screen, and of course, external monitor support done right on the iPad without the hideous black bars. That would also be appreciated. But let me know in the comments below what's your wish list for iPadOS 15. Anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. For the latest Apple news and rumors, check out the video in the iCard above about some leaks regarding the new MacBook Pros that could be launching at WWDC. And on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya, peeps.